Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Empires of Man Captain SOVL run. Captain Lysander left off, we blew through most of Act 1 pretty quickly, which is excellent, so we'll just take on the boss here and then careen our way into Act 2. Got our admirable distraction unit swordsman, the long-range devastating sniper that kills off the enemy valuable stuff, and the meat of our army, which is the light cavalry skirmishing around, either taking advantageous charges when they present themselves or shooting things if not, and the very versatile Iron Feather the Gryphon carrying our captain so we can assassinate the backline enemy stuff we don't want to be dealing with. Take that into the Act 1 boss. Against Marius the Undying, so we're dealing with undead. I'm going first, no problem. There'll be some big blocks of undead zombies and skeletons and things we have to contend with, and then there'll be some fast stuff, so maybe some undead cavalry, so I'm going to stick you right back here. You on the flank. You can be behind the woods because you can fly over them without interruption. You just stand back there, and then you can be there to start skirmishing. That's what I thought, so we have the annoying skeleton knights we have to contend with there. They have no shooting whatsoever, because it's direwolves, zombies, skeleton, knights. So all of these blocks we can just ignore for now. It's this, and this we want to contend with quickly, so we'll pass. We'll have them start moving, which will be pretty easy. Got to there, that's fine, I can easily start cannoning away. Yeah, a couple turns of that will blow through that, no problem. That's maximum damage, 3+1, no saves. 8 wounds of knights instantly killed. What we could do, I could charge them, but honestly I would rather just stay out of their range and just continue to shoot them. Now I'm waiting for that one to move so I can shoot these and then run away. So I don't know, you just come over here and start distracting things. Add some DPS to this, why not? Okay, about so that I've stalled. I need to stall a little bit more. I hope they move that direwolf unit now. It'd be really helpful if they did. They do, excellent. Okay, they moved it into a position where I can basically just ignore it. So let's get you up here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into short range. I'm dead wrong. It's much longer now, my short range, because of the +5 upgrade due to veterans. Obviously, it's nice for overall range, but it also, because short range is dictated by half of your maximum range, increases that by a proportional amount. So great. Let's see if we can kill them in one shot. We cannot. They roll enough 5s and 6s to waste another turn of my shooting. Turn 2. We won't be charging anything because why? We can easily shoot them to death. I'll just pass a bunch because they can't bother me. Good. I know where you've landed. Have they reached? They haven't reached you yet, so again I can easily kite around them. 1, which is actually a 2. Going 3 more. That wound will carry over onto him so you don't lose it, which is convenient. And because the unit is now shrank, it's a lot easier for me to fit into here and squeeze around. None of these are going to reach us, are they? So I can basically just ignore them. No damage from you yet. Eventually you might do something. Okay, so again I'll just use this to stall. Good, you move that. Shall I just... Okay, well he's reached the swordsman, so I could in theory just leave it and just not, but why? I might as well save the swordsman from taking damage. Unless you roll quintuple 5 there, I've got you. Get away from these dogs. Like so. Continue their execution. If the AI was a bit smarter, it could move that unit and then this one last, and I wouldn't be able to outposition them, but it isn't, for whatever reason. It just lets me keep dancing around them. Pass again. I'll probably use the cannon to finish these off, and I can have the smaller arm DPS go into these. Okay, you made this pretty easy over here. Can I squeeze into the side here without being caught? Yeah, no problem. I can definitely still see them. So, short range. Terrible shot, but okay. Start DPSing them. Okay, we did badly and you did badly. We'll call it a draw. Good. Has this moved yet? Can't tell from the coloration. So, if they haven't moved, they're a bit bluer, I think. I'm not going to risk it, I'm just going to assume they haven't, do this instead. Okay, so that's now moved. I think they're always moving this one last, so I'll assume that's what they're yet to move. So I'll just have you move, shoot, and then fly away. I can get to there easily enough. They might turn around, which is a bit of a hassle, so rather I'll just deny them any chance of... Well, I can't really do that in that direction. So let's park myself here. They turn around, okay. Worst case scenario is I can just flee and prevent them from ever getting to combat. Saves me from taking any unnecessary damage. Not exactly as if I'm losing a lot of DPS with that 2 pistol rounds each turn, is it? Yeah, no thanks. That's it. Are you going to go straight off the field? No, it's actually conveniently stayed on. So you appear to run pretty much in a straight line away from what's charging you rather than towards the nearest board edge, so you'll usually stay on if you're just a bit lucky. They might reorient to chase me here, so I'm just going to move away from them. No, okay, that's fine. I don't mind. Continue shooting these. 3+1, great. Not exactly any high value targets left for the cannon, so I'll just start obliterating skeletons. Just stand there and distract it. Let's try and rally you. Yep, no problem. And they've run out of units to use, so I'm just going to pick on this unit here. Might as well pick one and kill it before I start moving on to another one. This might take a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. You can definitely come up here and start working your way through the zombies. Not exactly tough zombies, but there are a lot of them. And move that out the way. Yeah, just shimmy a bit. We kind of want to move this way though, because we're not going to be able to escape through the woods, so we're going to get to there. That doesn't really matter. I suppose I should start harming these skeleton warriors now, because they're dangerously close to my slower stuff. That's just me, so you have yet to do anything. Can I turn and then fly over? So 12.1, yeah, trivial. So there, and then shoot, and move. Shall I expedite this somewhat? I could just charge into the side and rear now. These have got curse standard, so I can do some very nice damage. Probably can't kill them in one turn, but it's going to be a lot faster than just waiting for them to slowly get shot down. So we'll speed this up a bit. Worst case scenario, if the Gryphon takes a wound, it's actually fine because it heals one, so the only way they hurt me is if they do at least 2, which is very unlikely. I'm coming to pester me here. 666, very tough skeletons. They're trying to catch my Gryphon, they're not going to manage it. We're going to win combat anyway, so there's no point in using his ability. And everyone else here is okay. Just we're going to have to go through the woods and be slowed down, but that's okay. Need to pressure these skeletons. Okay, they're all dead, just leaves the White Lord. Which is a bit of a hassle because now I'm having to shoot into something that's defense 6 with 3 wounds. Don't be caught there, of course, that'd be very silly. No, because we positioned correctly last time, it's easy for us to escape. Alright. Zombie punching. Yep, Lysander kills 2. Gryphon benches another 3. Okay, they hit me every single time. But I save on 2+ because they're power 2, which is laughable. And then the guys at the back do a bunch, so they are going to hold on. They'll crumble 1 to 3 extra. Undead units don't run away, they don't have morale, they're reanimated, so rather when they lose combat, they just lose 1 to 3 extra guys from the squad. He's starting to menace my cannon. Can't quite reach it yet, fortunately. You might as well do that while you have the chance. That really doesn't bother me at all. I'm inclined to ignore the White Lord for now because we're not going to be able to effectively shoot him with these. He's just going to tank it. So because he's got the It's the relentless ability, I think, which is propping him up. Or maybe it's eternal rain. I'll show you in a moment. Let's just start killing these instead. Okay, never mind. He's going to come back and I'm going to have to run away. You got me there. I can't chase him with these. Very clever White Lord. So if we have a look at his abilities, heavy armor, +1 attack, so he's just always got +1 attack. Eternal rain, so he reduces crumple by 1 and he regenerates all lost wounds at the end of each turn. So he's got regeneration, so you'd have to do all 3 wounds to him through his defense 6 in a single turn, which is pretty tough. So yeah, we're not going to be able to stop that. And then I'll start moving you around here to defend that poor cannon. Not yet though, because I can still move. I'll have to do it next turn. Should be easy to finish off a couple of zombies. So this is why it's beneficial to charge undead units from 2 sides simultaneously. It means if they hold on, and they basically always hold on, they won't be able to then reorient and turn to face you and do a load of annoying attacks. They'll be stuck facing in one direction. Whee! Going to hit that. Well, I could move it, or I could just shoot again and accept that I'm going to have to charge them into the back with the warriors. I think I'd be better off just moving it. Nah, let's just shoot them. Couple more dead. Good start. They're still coming, but they for some reason chose not to pressure you, which I guess I don't mind. Now save my cannon by going to there and hitting them in the back. This has already moved because he tried to charge and couldn't reach, which is fine. Let's have you barrel over here. I'm not going to be able to shoot at anything else. I could probably reach the zombies actually, so maybe all of these combined can do the necessary damage. No wounds from you yet. And these are going to have a slightly hard time fitting here. Obviously I can't see him there, so we have to go backwards a bit. Now I can see him. 5+10 because of the range. 2 wounds is not bad, but he's going to regenerate anyway, so try again next turn. Decept the skeletons by catching them. Don't really care about that. You're still free to continue shooting. Obviously he'd be great shooting at the White Lord because he can just instant kill it with our double lethal wounds thing, but not right now. Okay, those skeletons are almost certainly going to still be alive, so what we'll do is we'll turn to here, take our close range shot, and then skip through and hit them as well because they're going to need some assistance. Okay, now you pest. I would love for you to start distracting the zombies so they chase you around. 1 wound from you, good start. Stand right next to them here so they aggro on you. And if you can do me a favour and finish them off. Close range. Perfectly average, 7 of 14 hits, dealing 2 wounds, dead. My sheer volume of attacks will be overwhelming. Let's kill a couple skeletons. They're still going to be alive, of course. Not too many though. We can defeat 4 pretty easily. Let's go in there and finish them off. Or everything else, this unit's never going to catch us. But I can easily get you around. Double 1 to hit, fantastic. Way to go, Lysander. So with armies like the undead, the general strategy is you don't really want to engage them in combat unless you're forced to, because they're such a pain in the neck to deal with from an attritional standpoint. They'll hold on forever. They're incredibly slow, so you can dance around them easily enough. I lose and swordsman, it's fine. Routing this turn so we can disregard the last 14 zombies and just skip through. We don't at all care, skip phase, yep. We have already won. Managed to lose 1 swordsman there, but I think we'll live with it. Don't really use them for their damage output. A few levels, very nice. The light cavalry have leveled. Imperial veterans, you can ignore difficult terrain, which is kind of nice honestly in my skirmishes, so I'll take that. I'll pick up looter later. And this light cav leveled. Extra range is good. I'm noticing that it's actually quite potent for ensuring we get short range. And the cannon levels, well, we've you don't get a lot of choices with these, so we've already taken all the damage ones, so we're pressing the gold button basically every turn with the cannon, so we might as well have more. Yeah, it's just an all gold run. We did fine. Act 2, right. Now, ordinarily, the way we would do this is we would still adopt the usual approach of take as many fights as you can because, yeah, why not? You want as much gold as possible. So we'd come 3 up here, and then you could skip to camp by doing this, take this elite. And this is, it's either the same, you can either go, you can take a double elite by coming down here, but it gets you stuck on this annoying random event path. The elites in Act 2 are disproportionately harder than the ones in Act 1. Act 1 elites are great because they're barely any harder than normal fights, you get double the gold, but these are actually quite difficult, so you might not want to put yourself through that kind of gauntlet. What we could do instead is fight, and then come, so take 1 elite, and then we have 1 random event, and then it's a load of battles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 effectively, or we can come through the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's less fights. So you would net about the same amount of gold because an elite is worth 2 of the standard ones, but then you would lose a point of experience and it would be harder for you to do that. So you're probably better off coming up here, taking the regular battles en masse, and just blowing through here to get to the boss. So the reason I'm happy to go up the top here, ordinarily, when we get to that final row of shops, what would happen is there would be no further point in taking any additional battles because the campaign's over. There's nothing to spend gold on after this, while you would just go for the campsite and heal your units. On the special difficulty of Challenge 7, however, that's not the case. I'll just leave it there. So we're actually going to take this path and take my extra battle and generate even more experience. So we're going to start here and make our way up through this way. Okay, so Civil War, an enemy Imperial regiment. Then first, cavalry on the flanks, please. We'll put you directly behind the Brock because you can fly over it, and we'll have you kind of position over here. With these deployments where there's an impassable thing in the middle and then 2 sides, I like to stick everything on one side. The justification being that the entirety of their army here will come forward and face me, at which point it faces 100% of my army, and stuff here has to drag itself around the long way. So we'll kill everything here, and it's all of my army versus the second half of theirs. You can effectively create defeat in detail. Can that cannon reach us? That's the question for me. No, it can't. Excellent. They blocked it with the foot knights. Phew. I really just want to... What I'd love to do, of course, is get my Gryphon onto it as fast as possible. Going to be a slight hassle this turn. I don't know if I can... Well, it can... Oh, of course, it can turn this way and look. So, can it see if I do this? Okay, wait. The map is so large, we're actually out of range. So it can't... It shouldn't be able to catch me with any of its stuff. I hope. I think I'm okay. So instead we'll just start working over the other damage dealing long range, the crossbow unit. You don't care about that. It had nothing to target, so it just blundered forward doing nothing. Great, okay. These are going to come forward, which is fine. I'm just going to stall with the swordsman. Or they try and shoot my light cavalry, however, because of the extreme range and the banner of mist reducing their hit rolls, they hit 0 times. How convenient. Let's move you up just close enough to get a volley off. I don't want to get too close to there. Effectively, I just want to make sure that I don't give that cannon an angle into shooting me. I'm safe behind this terrain here, I think. Still, it's a long range shot for me as well, but we can still do some more damage to them than they can me. Right, there's nothing over here that can stop me from flying over here now. Annoyingly, I can't quite get around all of these guys yet. So what I might do is cunningly... Can I go far to the side and then twist to see it? No, that's my charge range, so I'd have to go pretty far. I can. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so they can't stop me. I don't need to draw straight. I can go straight onto the cannon and kill it. Save all my more vulnerable stuff. I've just angled myself so I can't take my pistol shot, but never mind. It's not the end of the world. And they've wasted their turn, so let's have you run up here. But obviously that's the priority target, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it because that annoying halberdier unit is in the way. Yeah, they're going to protect them. Fine. Charge the cannon immediately. the sheer value of a flying unit being demonstrated here. In one turn you can get onto their really dangerous backline units. So we want to shoot the crossbows immediately, and damage output wise I think the cannon does more consistently. Yeah, so just less shots that are inevitably going to shoot my light cav. They're going to let me go again. Great, keep shooting them before they can do anything. 2 of 14 hits, great work guys. Just stand there. I'll take another long range shot into you. Deal 1 wound, I'm still okay. Right, let's just waste time with the swordsman again. You're going to move to there. I can't really run by because they haven't moved yet. They're going to stop me, so let's run this way instead. I can easily get there to shoot the crossbows. Excellent. That's most of their ranged output dead. He's going to... Oh, did they actually manage to catch me? They still caught me. Okay, I'm going to have to flee that one then. You're still active. Oh, that's a shame. I've got... This was still active, so I could have used this as a distraction. Forced that to move and then know I was safe. Okay, they got me there. Lysander does a wound. Iron Feather does 2 wounds. Take them back, so hopefully their Feather Discipline check and break. They do. Artillery pieces can't run. They die on the spot. Yeah, they're going to charge me, so I'm going to have to flee because I really don't want you to be caught. And they get stuck on their own unit, so not too much of it. You're wasting your time chasing me around. Try and rally this immediately. They're back in the fight. Good. These don't really bother me too much. I should probably start working over these bigger units. I could actually execute the crossbows there were I so inclined, but no, I'm going to start shooting at the foot knights with my cannon because it's the defense 5. It's going to be difficult for the light cav to shoot through them. Excellent start. Max damage. You're going to take some piddly shots at my guys. You do 1 wound, but again, they're full, so don't worry about it. I'd love to obviously kill them and get rid of them, so let's have you come over here. Hopefully escape the charge arc of these. It's actually going to be a bit difficult. Don't know if that's good enough. That's definitely good enough. 2 hits. 1 kill. Okay, you can shoot the next one next turn. They're getting rather friendly with my light cav here. Never mind, I can just skirt away and drag them around. Careful of that terrain piece though, it's going to get in your way somewhat. Maybe it would be safer going this way. Can't actually escape because of the positioning of their friend. That may or may not be safe, but I'm not willing to risk it, so let's just be very safe and do this instead. We're definitely clear there, nothing else can touch me, good. And then you just run forward to start distracting these units when they come after you. No charges, we're better off shooting that. Okay, so I've got more units now. You can't really move yet, but I can move you safely because they can't possibly catch him. Dead, no more crossbows. I just moved here. Well, what I'd love to do, I might be able to rear charge these later and maybe break them. They haven't moved yet. I've moved. Let's go ahead and shoot the foot knights. A 1, which is actually a 2. They're coming after my cannon. I kind of thought they would. They're eventually going to start pestering it. I guess I could side charge them with one of these units. I'll likely lose one. Well, I could rear charge one of these and side charge that one. Prevent them from doing nasty damage. So yeah, let's do that. So I'll put you into their side. It leaves that unaccounted for, but they'll probably come after you anyway. So you should be safe-ish here. It's definitely majority. Just make sure there's enough room for your friend here to fit, because I need to be able to charge that unit. So just move to there. Do some damage while you can. Makes it easier to break them when I charge them. Or they come, saw that coming, you can easily get into their side and stop them. And I'll have you come over here and hit this one on the side. I can easily draw a straight line from there to there, it's not going to get interrupted. No, good. A lot of charges happening this turn, but we've got them whittled down enough that I think I can just hammer through them pretty easily. Hold that one in place so it doesn't stop me, and then, because otherwise they would be able to charge that, and then we could intercept there. Good, I outposition them in all regards. So as long as you can tip into combat like this is fine. Amazingly, all of my guys still get to fight, which is a bit cheeky, but not that I'm complaining. We'll use your extra attacks now, because what am I saving it for? And of the fights over here, I think I would like you to come help this one. They're likely to hold on. Or you can get yourself into a position where you could help any combat, so go back a touch because you need to be able to see. They'll reorient and face that way, so I can see everything now. Use your Inspire Valor this turn to improve our combat resolution, hopefully break everyone instantly. The cannon can't see anything to shoot, so we'll just reposition over here and maybe get an angle on the knights later. Like that. See how we do. 4 hits, not great. And they've got 3 up saves, this is not going to do a whole lot. They hit back not at all. They're more of a defensive unit than an offensive one, the Foot Knights. But they do hold in combat, so that's going to seriously hurt now. Here. 3 hits from the swordsman, killing 2. I lose 2. So I win by 2 because of the flank. They also hold, so I need to recharge that one. And this should be easy enough. Yeah, win by 8. They can't hit back, and they're off. So I'll have the Gryphon help with the halberdiers, and I'll help these help with the Foot Knights. You help there, and then you can come over there in a moment. We'll just ignore those. I can't charge this turn, so what I'll do is I'll shoot them and then turn. They're all dead. You can come about, so you can recharge those. And you can take your shot that we prepared for you. Good start. Okay, we're going to take some pretty nasty damage this turn, but never mind. Yeah, I lose 2 horsemen, I have to heal those. I run. Fine, you're about to get recharged. Suppose I would prefer they run away there than stay in combat. We do win. Despite the losses, they hold with a miraculous double 1 roll. Okay. Good charge to Foot Knights. He's still trying to make his way over to us. We'll put a stop to that. A couple of well-placed cannonballs should dissuade them. Try and rally you. Nope, they've had enough, it seems. Just going to hold the spacebar down to speed up these combats because they shouldn't be particularly difficult. That one swordsman gets killed very hard, fair enough. It's a draw of all things, so those 3 guys are still alive. Only 2 wounds, they might turn around and hit me again. Okay, we broke them, phew. I was really worried about that, that would suck. Routing this turn, so don't worry about it, we'll just skip a lot. That doesn't matter where they move, just disregard them. Just a question of how much damage the Gryphon takes. So ordinarily I wouldn't be concerned, but against halberdiers, who always win me on 4s, they can actually hurt me. Yeah, I take 2 wounds. Nope, no, I took 1, other way around. Fine, I heal 1 automatically, I took 0 wounds. Got away with it. Couple levels, the swordsman obviously need a bit of help, but I'll get to that. That's not bad. Okay, Captain Lysander. Now's a good time for skill, because we're going to encounter skill 4 stuff more regularly. The accompanying Gryphon. I don't really need replenishment. The extra wounds are nice, but I don't particularly need them, so more gold generation is fine. And the swordsman. Gold combat score unit size, I guess. I'm not going to make use of it. I guess the gold at this point. Not going to use it this turn, of course, because I need the extra dudes back. 7 is obviously fine, you're full HP. Can I get away with 4 or 5? So I want the extra 1 back. I think that's fine. Eventually I'll be able to increase the unit size and I'll be able to get more of them, so I'll limp around with 4 for now. Limp around as if they're in any way somehow not an effective unit. The beast herd, so very little shooting at us, that's a comfort. Almost comforting from the fact we're about to have a huge amount of melee stuff charging towards us. I guess you in the centre to get as many good shots as possible. You there to guard, you here to fly over stuff, and you down the flank. Yeah, okay, so they've got a bunch of these chariots, which are going to be like skirmishes as well, which are a hassle. How do I want to deal with them? I could charge them effectively. I of course want the cannon to shoot these chariots, so I'll have you start executing those as fast as possible. 3+1 is good. Unless they roll double 6, I can instant kill them. Perfect. How do I deal with these skirmishes before they deal with me? Well, I'd love if I had a choice to get the Gryphon in their way so they target. If it shoots him, fantastic, because there's no way they can beat. They can't really do any meaningful damage to you. I mean, honestly, I can take the... I'm going to try and be really, really specific here. I want this to be the closest target so they shoot you. I want them to be able to see me, and I want to be able to side charge them later. So I think they can just about see me. I'll be the closest target. Yeah, that's perfect. So they'll shoot me and not something more fragile. I'll be able to charge them and nothing can interrupt me, I presume. And then that's good. I'll give this a go. Pistols, yeah, let's try and reduce their damage output while I can, or not. Just pass. I don't really care what they shoot at now. It should be the target I desire. You're in a bit of trouble, because there's no way I'm going to be able to beat that on that side, so let's just move something else. Good, they're messing around. Okay, instead you can just do a little bit of DPS to this while you have the chance. In fact, use that big Goatman warrior unit as a bit of a wall to protect yourself. You can kind of hide behind them so the skirmishers can't touch you. Perfect, they target the most durable thing I have, which takes 1 wound, which is okay. And then we'll just pass. They've moved that up, which I wanted them to do because it allows me to short range shoot it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill it. Can I escape this way? Yes, and that's safe because that unit isn't going to charge us no matter what, so I can ignore it. So we're in the blue zone, the charge zone of the skirmishers who aren't going to bother us, so we'll do that as we run by. We'll take our close range volley. Good hits. 2 wounds, not bad. And then move up there to safety. Okay, get the exact charge I desire into the skirmishers. And nothing else I really need. And then after this I can have you maybe ping pong over and deal with that one. No, you're going to get charged by this Goatman warrior unit, I'm afraid. Because they chose to stay directly on top of you. Can I shoot this with a... Not particularly. I can't hit that in the way I want to. Let's just stall with these first then. They're ignoring me, that's fine. What I'd love to do in that case is have you... Well, first and foremost kill this for me. And then move around to flank charge those to save my poor captain. Got it, 3 wounds exactly, very good. And let's move up here as far as we can. So we'll optimistically assume that unit is dead. So then you won't be bothered by anything. Well, it should run. Oh, I can't charge them because the woods are in the way. Blast. That's not good at all. I'm gonna have to end up fleeing that poor Gryphon because I can't break all of this in time. If that wasn't for the woods, I would be able to do this, but I'm not going to be able to get away with it. Fair enough, you got me there. Your ideal target is those, but you can't reach them, so just, I don't know, start reducing warrior numbers. Oh, blast, they can shoot me there, but I'm quite hard to hit, so they don't do a whole lot. I have to shoot you and move to safety. Well, no, I'd rather hit the skirmishers. Do damage to this pesky unit at the back, that's going to be the real hassle. I could come over here and side charge them to save the Gryphon, I suppose. It gets you out of combat. They'll lose the fight against the warriors, I suspect. Or alternatively take a headlong battle into the skirmishers. How much damage would they do? They'd be power skill 3 to skill 4, so they get 5 hits on average, and then they're power 3 against defense 3. I take 2.5 wounds on average, which is pretty bad. That's not fantastic. I probably prefer to side charge those if I had a choice. And then you're free to come over there and kill them. I mean, I'll use it this turn just in case, because I really don't want to be stuck here, so let's just get rid of them as fast as possible. Here we go. I send the hits 3 times, killing 3 of them. Iron Feather munches another one. They do no damage back, so bad discipline, you lose by a whole lot. They definitely break. Excellent start. Let's intercept those there. We're somewhat sacrificing this light cav unit, but it would be nice to heal it anyway to get me up to full strength, so I don't mind. You're trying to attack my swordsman. I'll move the swordsman this way, so that when they come up here I can just run by them. You go ahead and reduce the pesky range numbers. Something moved somewhere apparently. You're probably in a lot of trouble, so on the presumption that they're not going to break, you're going to get recharged and basically wiped out, so how would I go about preventing that? I could move these around here to try side charging those. I don't think I can quite get far enough for it to count as that flank. Yeah, it's definitely the majority of that arc, so never mind. They rally, great, I have to deal with them as well. It's one at a time. You can't reach those, but I can use them next turn to reach them, so perhaps I should just well, if they break this unit, they can run, which is great. In the unlikely event I do that. If not, then you're going to get pinned here and killed, so I don't care, I'd rather just get rid of these. There we go, they hit pretty well, and do some nice damage. Take a wound back. If you're lucky, they'll break. Ah, they hold exactly, unfortunate. That one wound they did held them. Now I can't run away because we're stuck in combat. Well, we might as well take this shot first. Now, bear in mind, because they're going to be dead, they're going to be able to charge, so make sure you aren't stood in a position that gives them a charge next turn. You need to bear in mind that they'll be kind of free agents in a second. Oh, I forgot that this unit is Imperial Veterans, so they can move through difficult terrain. Yeah, there's no slowdown. So we could just move to there and get a close range shot immediately. Just move up and do a whole load of damage. Not bad. Even if that wounds, I don't actually take a wound because I'm full HP. Otherwise, yeah, just over here. Keep dancing around them. All the while we'll be cannonballing them relentlessly. You are a particularly dead unit of light cav, I'm afraid. Yeah. Only lost by 10. Here, please break the skirmishes. I don't want you to be stuck here. Did max damage 3. Well, I think Lysander missed 1, but we'll take it. Good, you're consistent enough I can be confident you can wipe out fragile backline, stuff like that, without too much concern. I mean, I'd love to use this for... Okay, I'm going to use this first and kill them. It means I'm going to have to run away from that unit, but it prevents them from doing that last wound and killing one of my guys. Just get away from them. Yeah, because I'm going to start chasing you, but we preempted it, so we're okay. I could put you into the back of any of these units. I guess I'll start preparing a rear charge onto this later. Yeah, I could shoot them as well, why not? We're now skill 5, so my pistol shots hit on 2+, you only miss on a 1. And then here, more of the same. I can't quite escape in that direction this turn, so go exactly the other way. Look at that piece of cake. So you'll deal with these, you'll deal with these, and as a team you two can deal with that pack. Perfect, you've made that very easy for me to get over and rear charge you. I mean, in theory I could just never charge them, I could just stand here and keep shooting them indefinitely. But I think I can break a couple Goatman warriors. You're still after me here, that's a doddle. So unfortunately, because there's no way they can catch me, this turn I'm just going to move up here, and the next turn what I'll do is I'll rocket that way to safety. My extra range means I'm in short range even from here, which is great. Already safe. And here, just get away from the pesky. That piece of terrain, there's going to be a slight hassle. Yeah, I can't actually escape effectively over here. I can do that for one turn, but I'm actually going to be struggling to escape. So what I may end up doing is flying you over here and rear charging them while I get stuck over there. It's not a bad idea. Leave him out of combat then, because I might need his help desperately to stop this Mongol pack. Yes. Okay, he's moved to there. So what I'd love to do, if I had the choice, is zip you over and have you hit them in the back. Perfect. Before I go, of course, here's a parting shot of the warriors. Doing no damage, they are somewhat tough. And then to there, because we already gamed out that you can reach. Ooh, because I left this one to last, they might end up pinning me in the corner. Let's do a bit of damage first. Don't know if I'm going to be able to wiggle my way out of this. So I can get to here, no problem. The problem is next turn, I can't really escape properly. I guess I could turn around. No, I don't quite have the movement for that. So I just go backwards a touch. Start using this corner. I mean, if I get a couple more turns of shooting, I can probably just kill them all. Like that, okay. So they're going to inch forward, and I'll get another turn of shooting, and then there won't be enough of them left to bother me. Here, you've been kind of caught anyway, so just come up here to get in their way later. Save me, Gryphon. There we go. I would argue it's more important that I do damage to this unit now, as they're currently in the process of pinning my poor light cav into the edge of the map. Yeah, here we go. Can I have enough space here to... I think there's enough room to... Yes, I can get away another turn. That's it, I'm really... So I get this turn, and then next turn worth of shooting. Oh, it's not a time for them to roll a good save. Otherwise, you come up here to start getting in their way. I trust you to deal with this. 4 hits, killing 3. Iron Fella kills another 2, great. Yeah. Not exactly the bravest thing in the world, a Mongol pack. They're routing this turn, so we'll just hit spacebar a bunch. They've already lost. That doesn't matter at all. That doesn't matter at all. They rallied, not fussed. You've already been defeated. So yeah, our Alderford Spurs there took a bit of a kicking. Ouch. I have to spend some time healing them now. Everyone else is basically good to go. Very good. 20 gold pop for the swordsman with all those extra gold I've been taking. Yeah, so you're more of a distraction unit at this point. Not a lot of damage output as you are. Never mind, we'll do our best. Deepwood Protectors, so wood elves. They're going first. They're going to have some pretty annoying shooting, so I'd rather... I'm going to put the Gryphon in the front this time, because I want you to take any shooting that they may have for me. And you back here, and then you to run off that side. Yeah, so they've got rangers there, which are a hassle. Archers back there, which are a hassle. They've also got really good range, so I can't just disregard them at extreme distance. Well, I'd love to shoot the cannon into... What do you think? Their cavalry first, because it's already reached us. Well, I can put these here and then side charge them, so that should deal with that. So my cannon should probably go into something better. That eagle is going to be a nuisance. It's going to put itself into a position to stop me, so I'll just do this to start. Well, if I do this first, the hassle is the eagle is not going to... I need to be able to kill it so I can do other things freely. So let's just... I'm just going to stall with a different unit. I need to see that move. They don't reach us there, which is fine. I can't get around them or anything, so I just leave this unit here. That's a melee unit, don't worry about it. They're able to somehow see me there, apparently. No damage because we're defense 6. I've used all but 3, so that's you, you, and you, which are the units I need to be mobile. So it's just the archers and the eagle left. What I'm hoping to do is the archers will come forward and then I can send the Gryphon on to them. Or maybe those rangers at the back, they're also a good target. So I can't hit that blasted eagle yet, so I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do this first. I don't think I'll be able to shoot it to death at range. I'm not going to get enough hits, so let's just kill these instead. Oh no, they're shooting the light cav. Oh, that's going to hurt. Okay, well, you're not long for this world. That leaves me with 2 units. So I guess I can put you over here now as planned. I can't escape that one's charge radius, which is a bit annoying. What if I do this? I could do that in theory. It'll get me onto those. There's nothing I can do about him standing there, though. Can I not get through this corner? I can, but I'm caught by that pesky rider. So I guess the only other thing I can do is put myself here and then catch them next turn. Fly over and hit these two backline units. Go on, just do some damage to them while you can. I'm going to twist like this just in case the eagle comes here so I can at least counter-charge it. It comes barreling forward, which is great. Go ahead and execute it, please. 1, don't be a 1. 2, that's enough. Perfect. Pretty fragile, so I was confident I could just kill it like that. So this is the one kind of counter to this very light, fast-moving force. If we come up against a lot of good ranged things shooting at us, we don't have a lot of durability to deal with it. I'm relying on the Gryphon taking a lot of damage for me here. Well, you'll at least survive that, so don't worry. And now you're sort of protected by the other shooting, which is convenient. If you want to go ahead and reduce the oncoming shots while you can. Are you seriously telling me I can't reach anything? Oh, come on. Oh, no, I could just about reach those. I saw a spot where I could reach the archers there. Good. Okay, never mind. Quadruple 6 just show me who's boss. I'm not liable to engage in a lot more combat, so you might as well use your extra attacks now. They can't hit anything because of our positioning, which is great. Just use the swordsman to stall. They also can't hit anything, so that's really easy for my Gryphon to fly over here and catch them. Good. Side charge these. I think that the archers aren't quite as good pound for pound to the rangers, but there are more of them, so it would be easy for me to shoot and kill that with cannon and then pick this off with you. What I should have done is shot that one with the pistol. It makes no difference. They're just going to make every save, apparently. And can you whiz through there and side charge the... that you can't quite reach, you can't quite escape their arc. I would do that up here and hit them in the side, but I haven't quite got the movement, so I'll just move up here instead. Lots of attacks. Yeah, we'll do all of them. I take 1 wound, which is fine. I can reach them, which is what I was hoping for. I can charge straight onto the annoying rangers. There'll be a front charge, so I'll take a bit of damage, but better than let them shoot at me over and over again. Alternatively, I could let them live. I go first, move and shoot them. I take a ranged volley, but then I get to shoot them twice with these. I probably do more damage overall. So it depends what they use first. I noticed they're not using these first, so I think I'm okay. What I'll leave you out and use you as a distraction so they shoot and kill you instead. So I'm going to risk it. I'm going to try and get some DPS onto them before they can hit me, because they're nasty in combat with their 2 attacks. You miss every single time, that's hilarious. Fine, we'll start shooting them now. Can I escape the annoying charge radius of... Man, these guys are such a hassle. Okay, I can ignore them because I can do this. I'm going to put you into their back arc. That doesn't matter at all. So they're pinned in place, disregard those. Put all of your damage output while you can onto this unit. Yep, somewhat fragile, so seriously decreasing the amount of damage they can do. So they still hit every single time and kill 1 guy. Fire the cannon into them. Perfect. Basically the unit gone. And you use this so we don't get stuck here. You're still active. Well, distract the dancers in case they get any bright ideas. And this is your job. Get onto the archers and kill them. No damage. Broken. Perfect start. Sacrifice yourself, light cavalry. For me, I could charge this unit instead, but I think I'll go first and just shoot them. Yeah, you just charge that. Again, they're liable to rally with the high discipline, so stick on them. They'll foolishly use the dancers first, which gives me time to kill these before they can do anything. Hey presto. And we'll run this way because I would assume that that unit is still going to be here, so just go back a touch and twist a bit more like that. So I can definitely... Ooh, I don't know if I can see them yet. Okay, I can definitely see them now if he breaks, and it'll be a rear charge. I can't be interrupted, so yeah. Well, I say that, if they turn, then I need to be inside arc to hit them, but never mind. I'm not chasing after the dancers with the swords when they'll lose. Better off just bombarding at range. There we go. This is your one turn to break them before they can turn around and hit you. So see if you get them to roll a bad discipline check. They don't. Fair enough. Iron Feather and Lysander continue to do good work. We'll escort these archers kindly off the field. A chaperone treatment. Chaperoned by Angry Gryphon. So I now can't charge them because it's already engaged. That was a bit silly, but never mind. They're coming towards you. There's nothing else to shoot at, so go for it. The dancers are basically their equivalent of a berserker unit. They've got 2 hand weapons, 2 attacks, and re-roll all of their attacks. So a real blender in close combat, but they're quite fragile, so you can just sort of ignore them. So I can get to there, which will probably be a side charge, but I'm happy to do it so I can get a shot into these. Your glorious defeat at the hands of these. Yeah, okay, you're super dead. Your sacrifice will be remembered, lone like cavalry. Not as many casualties this time, they might hold on. Yep. I think we can take 3 archers in a fight somehow. Just get rid of them. I'm charging because the 2 attacks they get in combat are less than the 4 shots they would get at range, so in terms of mitigating incoming damage, it's better to hit them than leave them. You're all but finished now. Great. Skip this, please. Oh yeah, Nylas and this kills them all. How much damage do we take back? None. So we'll heal that 1 wound taken and we've got away scot-free. I did lose an extra 1 because they hit me, fair enough. And they hold, but they're outing this turn, so I'm not going to take any extra damage. It's more often than not I didn't take that 1 wound and lose a guy, but oh, it's all just average roll, it matters, isn't it, in the end? Still have 6 of them, so it's still perfectly viable unit size. Okay, you've leveled up again. Size replenishment or gold. 8 is honestly fine for now. We can just make use of that later, so looter. And then this unit like has leveled. I would honestly have preferred the replenishment for this one, but I'll take the extra unit size because 5 is a bit low and I'll start healing them while I can. Cannon leveled, nothing else to do, just take more gold. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And I think 6 of 8 is okay for damage output. It's the widest breadth you can get a cavalry unit, so it's best for melee. You lose a little bit of shooting output, but never mind. Okay, that's where we are. So in terms of which one of these we want to go to, I think we're happy to come up here and get me onto a more consistent path, whereas down here we get stuck with a load of random events, so we'll take that one. Right, units. Archers, foot knights, or a captain. I've got plenty of gold to spend. The captain isn't great, spearmen aren't particularly useful, so I'll take the archers who immediately level. That's not going to be too great overall. I think they're fine at their size, so just more of them so I can get more archers. Otherwise, upgrades and the like. We've still got 400 left over. You take the captain and the spearman, that really doesn't contribute anything though, nor does a unit of foot knights. They're not great in terms of extra added value, so buying a load of upgrades for these is probably a better option. Potion of Power is great for more damage. True Strike is fantastic, so Lysander gets to reroll his missed attacks. The swordsman could upgrade their potency. I'll leave them for a second because there's more pressure stuff. I'll definitely take the banners, the curse standard on this light cav, so they can be better in fights, and both the banners of fury to increase their power on the charge, so they can actually menace things in combat. The banner of swiftness for the archers so they don't get caught is good. 226. I guess I should take these in case they do get stuck in a fight. You can be a bit more potent. Swiftness and fury, and then I'll take the potion of power on you as well. Fine. Whole load of upgrades. Rather than taking a bad unit, you just get a lot of upgraded ones instead. So you're now what? Potion of power, which is great. These are their curse. I think both of them have curse standard, banner of fury, so be more prepared to charge them into combat to break things quickly. And more range stuff. Another beast herd, fine. Demonstrate the strength of having a stronger ranged army. Okay, that's you done. Me first. Put you back there. Well, they're not going to be shooting at me over much, are they? So I'll just put you in such a position that you can blast that. As long as I'm touching this, I should be able to see into it and shoot everything here, except for maybe something that's tucked there, but otherwise that's a good angle. You on the flanks to... it would be easy for you to position around on that side, wouldn't it? You here to fly over stuff, you're there to protect, and you can shoot things easily enough from there. Right, so it's much the same army. These skirmish units are going to be the hassle again. How do I get the Gryphon over to them as fast as possible? I don't really. I want to wait for him to move because he's currently benefiting from cover, which is a tad annoying. Well, I guess I could kill that one instead. No, it's a much better idea for me to kill those, so let's have you start coming forward and hitting these beast herds. On two less. Okay, good. You've come careening forward. It makes it easy to assassinate you. Dead. There you go. Once you're up to 4 attacks, like 3+1, it becomes very, very consistent and instant kill them. So don't waste any shots onto this, because what happens next is I put the next round of cannon into that, so you'll probably just one-shot it. So you're just throwing away your DPS. I could shoot those, but they're benefiting from cover. I would rather get an angle on that one. Do a bit more damage and then get out the way of this chariot. Like so. You're going to get caught regardless, I can't stop it. Yeah, you just take a wound, that's fine. And because they've stepped somewhat out, you start archering them. My archers should in theory outclass their archers, but they keep rolling rather well. Again, we're going to wait for this stuff to move so I can position a good Gryphon flank here. I was kind of hoping to see where he ends up, but he can only move as far as they can, so I should be safe using this as a kind of buffer zone. See how far I can get. I can easily reach the side arc of that. I can't be interrupted by anything. Perfect. These skirmishers are doomed. Yeah, just take a shot while you can. Yeah, they can't reach me. Stop their ranged output as fast as possible. So in terms of engaging the enemy, the kind of rank order of priorities are they're fast, mobile stuff that can get onto you and kill you quickly. Don't do this first. We'll actually be better off shooting at that first, because we're going to do this anyway. So reducing the amount of damage their long-ranged options can do first is by far the most efficient option. Stop rolling 4s. I'm fine. I got away with it. You can't actually charge me there, despite it's kind of positioned terribly, because they can't charge over the intervening terrain, so they've not done a very good job of that. I'm still going to kill them anyway, but never mind. They're inching towards me with these, so I'll have to start moving you around here. Hopefully distract them. That one in the back moves, we use you to kill this. 3+1 again. Unless they roll double 6, it just dies. There you go. And started to come towards me. Can I get into the back arc of one of these units? I can break it pretty much instantly. Yes, maybe. Let's try and be a bit more specific. I do this, and then twist. Well, I can go back just a touch, and twist a bit more. I can definitely see them. I'm definitely majority rear arc, so that's perfect. I'm going to shoot at that one instead then, because I can deal with that one in combat. So just deal more damage to that one while you have the chance. I was afraid if I killed that one I wouldn't be able to see them anymore, which is quite likely liable to be the case. Imagine if he dies, the unit then shrinks to this rectangle and you can't draw a bead on that unit. I'd end up rear charging that one instead, but actually I'd get a side charge. That was a very good decision on my part then. I did the right thing. You, no. You're probably better off breaking them than using your damage increase, so just use this, and then when I rear charge that one, I use the potion of power. I get to reroll, so I missed every attack, but I reroll them all to all successes. Phew. True Strike there, immediately proving its value as a weapon upgrade. I take a wound, which is technically 0 wounds, don't worry about it. I could charge that unit head on, but I honestly prefer to just keep archering them. I guess it's better than having someone else shoot them, so you can charge that. Charge that. Everyone else is okay. If they rally in this turn, they'll break, so I can then hit them and kind of sweep through. You've targeted the wrong target. That's great for me. This is the one unit that can move out of the way. If they locked onto the cannon, I'd be in a lot more trouble, but no, they've mucked it up. Stand there. You'll do much the same. You can just sort of stand here, and if they start pursuing you, you can escape over in. Why can't I? I'm stuck on this bloody terrain piece. There you go. If they come after you, you can just race up this way instead. Perfect. They rally. Fine. Once these break, I can recharge them. We'll use our curse standard here for +1 attack. So we're power 4, which is great on the charge because of... Actually, we're power 5 because of the... Oh, no, we don't have... No, +1 power on the charge for the hand weapon, and +1 power for the Bounding Fury gets us from 3 to 4 to 5, which gets us over their defensive 4, so we'll do a lot of damage. Just in case they hold, I'll put you there to recharge them. I don't want you to be stuck there. And you just DPS this unit that's in our face. You're still active. I could use this now. Probably not really worth it, I'll be honest. I'll just save it for when I engage that. The extra attacks and power is going to be a lot more useful into a dedicated melee unit. So 3, so all 4 hits again. In fact, the extra power is irrelevant because we've already reduced their save as far as we can. The only thing we'd get is an extra attack, which is kind of meh. They break, so I'm going to recharge these, and then so a single unit can effectively infinitely tie up 2 units like that. Good damage. I'm hopeful that's enough to break them. Yep. I'd really like to improve the skill of these when I have the chance. Them being at skill 3 still is not ideal. Recharge that one. Don't need to charge anything here. Twist ever so slightly. Go and get a good shred cannonball through all of them. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, not bad. They're after you. They're never going to catch you. Don't worry about it. Just have you sort of get out the way here if you don't mind. They're still running, so don't worry about those. Don't use your ability again. They're still running, which is excellent. They're not quite going to leave the field yet, but I think it's good for me to just pressure them. I anticipate they will eventually pass a morale check, so the more damage I can do now before they do, the better. And then here, let's go ahead and shoot and scoot. So, we're now shrinking the unit so it gets easier and easier to position around them. Rinse, repeat, and he goes again. So they usually roll a 6 on their saves. They're doing that rather consistently. Not that hard to deal with in the end. No charges. And you turn and face me there. Well, I'm happy to kill you. You're after the Gryphon now, which is a weird choice, but who am I to question you? They're all dead. That one rallied, so I have to deal with that one. Let's continue shooting these in case they rally. They don't, because I reduced their... So if it was last turn, they was passing on 9 because they had the extra ranks. Because I had done so much damage to them, all the shooting paid off because their 7, the 9 that they rolled would have been good enough. They've now dropped to needing 7, so they're going to float the field. Okay, so one of you fail and one of you don't. I guess I'll just put you here to charge the one that's still running. And you can just charge either of them there. Well, I'd love to shoot them. I still rolled a 1, unfortunate. And this is past the save anyway. And then how are we going to deal with this? I guess you could try killing them for me. Prevents me having to waste time charging into them. Yeah, we got them. Good shot. Excellent marksmanship from the cannon. Just leaves this brick. What's your plan? Come around there. I don't really care. I can't get around to recharge them yet, but maybe later. Oh, you're still active, of course. Forgot about you. They actually rallied. So, oh, it must have been someone else who rolled a check that I was looking at. Never mind. It's not exactly a hard remedy, is it? So annoyingly, so a little tricky. Even if you're in the same cover as the enemy and you're benefiting from it, I'll demonstrate. Try to show this off. I don't know if I can get close enough to pull it. There you go. I'm in cover. I can't see them to shoot, which is a bit annoying. But they still benefit from the cover, despite the fact we're both in it. So, hey, even if we're both in the same tree line, they can still hide behind the trees, it seems. And we just come over here and execute them. Oh, no, okay, I'll have to recharge them with all 6 of you. Yeah, that's it. Swordsman just stand there like usual. They're charging me? I don't think so. And they're routing this turn, so otherwise I'll just hit space. So if you're in these combats, if you're really, really uninterested in seeing them, what you can do is you can hold the control button and press space. Look how fast this goes. Done. It basically just skips the... It's almost instantaneous in how fast it goes through. So no damage to anyone, really. Not bad. That's now up to a usable size again. Congratulations. Lysander is leveled. Ooh, Recruiter. The attacks are nice, but I have enough consistency now that I'm able to break the key units I need to, so I'll increase his own potency later. I think the Recruiter is going to be better for me overall in terms of army value. Gryphon leveled as well. You will take more attacks, however, because you're not quite as consistent as Lysander. And the Swordsman leveled. More gold. You don't contribute anything else, you just press the gold button every turn, which is not bad, let's be honest. The archers can take their extra guys, because that's a lot of damage output on average, and then everyone else is fine to take cash. Yeah, we're building up a nice reserve. So I think we'll leave that there. We cleared quite a bit of Act 2 battles do take a fair bit longer, so we're not doing badly. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and I do appreciate it. If you have any notes for ideas for future SOVL runs or anything else you'd like to see, please do let me know. I do take the time to stop and read the comment section, so if you leave anything there, it will be seen. Or if you just want to chat with any of us, that's great too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.